Hey, Crystal. Hi, beautiful ladies. Oh, trying to see my... I love you in your dressing gown, Sam. I'm sure Crystal is probably the same. Actually, no, she's not because she's in Australia, so it's going to be super hot.
Oh, it's freezing here. I am dressed.
No judgment with the dressing gown on this end. I was like, I'm still in my slippers.
I've just put the heating on, so it's cold.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm just going to start streaming this, if you bear with me. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-bum. Okay. Live onto Facebook. Oh, is that Hubby Home? No, is that going to be a parcel for me? Yes, it is. Of course it is. DPD always show up when you don't need them. Right. I'll get that later. Okie dokie. Hopefully the delivery driver will understand that I'm too busy to answer the door right now. Let me double check that he's gone back into his van. Yes, he has. Good man. Just my HelloFresh delivery has just arrived. 6 ways to... Hello, everybody who's joining. Hello. 6 ways to make people slide into your DMs. Just making sure. I've just lit an incense and it's poor. It's a bit strong in this house. Hi, guys who are jumping on. Hey, Moana. Hey, darling. Hi, Jackie. Hey, Cody. You guys are awesome. I'm just streaming and Instagram is just telling the Instagram world, here I am. Amazing. What I wanted to do is try and have this one up live so I could view. Let's turn the volume. Hi, guys who are jumping on. Hey, Moana. Hey, don't want to double hear myself. That way I can see if anyone's got any questions. I can see questions on Instagram. I can see questions on Facebook. I can see questions on here. Amazing. Hello, everybody. Oh, Instagram's still telling people stuff, so I'm just going to take that Wi-Fi off. Pause due to poor connection. There we go. That will do. Hi, everybody. Hello. Actually, I'm just going to hide Facebook for a little bit because it's really distracting me when there's too many of my faces everywhere. Okay, hi everyone, happy Monday and welcome to Lift with Luce. My name is Lucy Hawkins, most people call me Luce, and I am also, if you are not someone who's in my team, I am your social media upline. I'm here to help you build your network marketing business or your own online business, whatever you do, authentically and... well, I don't know what the next word was. I was going to say spiritually, and that was definitely not where I was going to go with that one. Building your business authentically through social media. I don't know where spiritually came out. You guys are vibing off me. So I just put out to my team. I was like, right, guys, 11 o'clock. I don't have a subject. I don't have a subject to talk on. And the lovely Cody said, why can you please talk about language to use to attract people to your business? And I thought, amazing. 6 top ways to get people to slide into your DMs. So we don't have to do that cold messaging anymore. Bear with me. I've got my CBD drink going today because I'm a little bit on the anxious side because it's Monday. Okay, so speaking from experience and speaking from growing a network marketing business, I get very overwhelmed thinking that I have to constantly go out there and cold message people. It's not a way I've always liked to build business. I've liked to put the business out there and people to come to me. And you're thinking, oh God, well, I'd love that. You know, that would be perfect. But it wasn't always that from the start. It's not always been that simple. And there's a few things that I've done over time to make sure that I've got not an unlimited funnel of prospects. That's what I'll say. To making sure that there's people constantly coming in and constantly wanting to know more information. So what I've done is I've just jotted down 6 top tips on how to make that happen. But I just want to start with sharing something. And I don't know if anyone has ever felt like this before. Comparisonitis. I've looked at people who are making 6 figures and smashing their business. They're driving around in their Range Rovers. They've got the beautiful houses with the big white kitchens, and they've got the most perfect photos of their products, and they've got them all lined up. And I think, well, it's all right for you. You've got that life. It's easy for you to attract people. You've made it. Has anyone else ever felt like that? Like, hands up or comment in the chat. Anyone ever been like, well, if I had your life, I'd be able to do better. I'd be able to have people sliding in my inbox if I was there earning 50 grand a month. Everyone would want to work with me. Trust me, I felt it too. Trust me. And you know what? I go and unfollow those people. Oh, Charlotte, don't. I literally would unfollow them. I love them for inspo, but that's not my life right now. Okay? And I want you to know 80% of the population are watching you because they want a life like yours right now, whatever that might be. Yes, would we turn around, a fancy car and a big house, and for those of you with kids, the house looks like kids do not live in that house. Oh yes, I would want one of those houses, 100%. But I don't have that. And you know what? People can look at that and go, I'm never going to achieve that, so I can't do what she does. But, for example, I've just dropped off my little one at daycare. So I pay for her to go to daycare once a week. I don't have to. Obviously, I'm a stay-at-home mum who runs her own business. But for me, I decided that she needed to develop, and I was going to go do that. It costs quite a bit when you don't get the funding or the support. So for me, I could stand here today and go, wow, I'm so grateful for my business to allow me a bit of extra income to put my toddler into daycare and to give me a Monday free, to give me a Monday that I can do whatever I want to. Obviously, if we weren't in COVID right now, I'd be sitting in a spa, sipping on a glass of, I would say Prosecco, but I don't really like that. So probably orange juice. And I'd probably have to drive home anyway, because I've got the kids to look after later. I've only got them free till 4 o'clock. But that's what I'd be doing. But how many of my mum friends would be like, oh, I'd love one day for me. I want one day. All right, I just want to earn a couple of £100 a month so I can have a day for me. That is more relatable than buying £1 million house with a Range Rover and a beautiful kitchen. Yes, I'd love that, but that ain't going to happen next month. That's probably a few years away right now. So what I really want you to think and focus on is when you are putting yourself out there on social media, when you are trying to get people to join you, look at your products, attract people, I want you to remember you are unique and you are special. And people will want to have something that you have got, whatever that is. And I always use the example, when people have product testimonials. Now, say, for example, you're in health and wellness, for example, and let's say you have quite a severe illness and the products that you're using have helped relieve some of those. That's a massive story. That's a really big story to share with people. But there's also people who might take a product just to have some extra energy, just to get to sleep at night. And they might think, you know what, my story's not like that person's story. I've got a really big Crohn's disease story. I helped heal my Crohn's with products that I used previously. So will I relate to people? Yes, but maybe 2% of the population who have Crohn's disease. Will I relate more to people when I say, well, when I just took this product, I just had more energy in the morning to just get out of bed? Probably 80% of the population right now are struggling to get out of bed and get motivation in the morning. So never, ever think that your story is never going to impact people because it's small. Your story is your story, okay? And make sure that you really, and this is going to be one of my points, really invest time in your story. You know, if your story is you've just quit energy drinks because you're now working with this natural energy drink yourself, know how powerful that story is. If you're doing network marketing because you're on furlough and you're at home alone and you're lonely and you're doing it to have friends, know how powerful that story is. Please know how powerful that is. I joined originally for an extra couple of $100 when I was living in Australia so I could go and drink vodka Red Bulls on a night out because they were $30, $40. But I was 24, 25, and I had 24 and 25-year-olds who were like, yeah, I want to go out and party in the city, but it's so expensive. It was $50 there and back in a taxi. And then once you'd had a few drinks, that was it. So know how powerful your story can be, and that your story will change. My story's not that anymore. I don't do this business to go out and drink vodka Red Bulls on a night out. It's okay because in the UK, it's like £2.50. So we're all right. It's not like $50 in Australia, but my story now is so different. So I'm going to get started. So I just wanted to really hone in on that. I just really wanted to sort of set the tone and make sure that you have that attitude of my story is important, and it doesn't matter that you don't have an Instagrammable life, because most of those lives are fake. Okay, remember that. So the number one top tip, and this is something that I try and do as much as possible, and some people agree with this, some people don't, and it's totally okay. I don't mind if you don't agree with this, but I do not mention a company name or the product name. And when I post pictures of the product, I try and do it without the packaging, because I want to dangle the carrot and I want people to come to me and go, who are you working for? What are you doing? What is that drink? What is that capsule? What is that skincare? What is that chocolate bar? I'm trying to think of other things out there. I understand as well that in network marketing, sometimes it can be, people can feel like it's a bit shady. Like, why aren't you just really open and honest? I am when I start talking to people in DMs. I tell them exactly who I work for, exactly what the product is. The trick is to get them into your DMs first. So I never go, I work for this company on my social media. So much so that I know there's someone in my team who stalked me for a week when I switched companies, trying to wait for me to slip up and mention the name, because she didn't want to ask me who I worked for. She wanted to work it out herself. And there was, I think I posted something of an email that they sent me and it had their name in, and she went and did all the research on them and she finally saw who it was. And she popped me a message. She's like, right, now I know who you're working for. I want to hear more. And it made me laugh so much that she'd waited a week to watch everything that I was doing until I slipped up, instead of just reaching out and asking me. But I kept her on that hook. I kept her going, oh, Lucy's posted another story. Right, I'm going to look through all of, damn it, she's still not mentioned it. And no, I started this, my most recent company that I joined, I was on a social media ban, by the way. I couldn't post for 10 days when I joined. And then when I did come out and I was open about what I was doing, I was really hush-hush on where I went. I didn't mention a single thing. And people were like, and my inbox went crazy. Who are you for? Who are you working for now? What are you doing? Tell me more, tell me more, tell me more. Now, I get that obviously my story was coming from another company and I had already got a following. But what I want you to do is not put out there all of the information. If you want people to slide into your DMs and ask you for more information, you've got to make sure that you're leaving them something to ask you about. So I never say, oh my God, I've got my opportunity call tonight for blah, blah, blah company. Come and learn how you can make this much money by doing this, and this. Because they're going to go, nah, I've already got all the information. Oh, I'm going to go and Google the company. Now, whatever company you work for, there's going to be bad reviews online. And I can trust me when I say, if someone doesn't know anything about your company, they're going to go read the bad reviews before they read the good reviews. Whatever happens, and know that there's bad reviews online for every company. People who love Samsungs are going to slate Apple. People who love Apple are going to slate Samsung. Doesn't mean that either of those companies are a scam. It's going to happen. But what I want to make sure that I do is build that relationship with that person first before they go and do a Google. Not because I'm ashamed, but because I want to make sure that when they do see those articles, they go, hey, Luce, just read this article. Oh, could you explain that to me? And I'll go, yeah, sure. It's written by someone who works for a competitor. What do you think they're going to say? Because that's mostly, if you're out there in the network marketing world and there's bad reviews about your company, always check the credibility. They're either from a disgruntled team member who never really made any money because they didn't put any work in, or it comes from a competitor company. Happened to me all the time in my previous one. Or it's a paid article by someone who paid them to write it. So always check the credibility, but because I don't put the company that I work for out there, I build that relationship first. Then when they ask me, I tell them, and then we can go through that. But they trust in me. And that's the important thing. You've opened the communication. You know they're interested. Okay, so that's the first one. So if you are using products, for example, like this is one of the products my company does, I will probably just post a picture of it in my cup. I won't post a picture of the packet. If I do, I might just hide the name somehow, and not being like, okay, I don't really like showing products because this is not but I won't be like, ooh, look at my product that I'm using. Like, obviously, but I might sit it underneath my cup. Do you know what I mean? So the company name is hidden. Okay, so doing it like slyly. If, what can I try and use for an example? Say your company does books. This is the book I'm reading at the moment, Go for No. So if I didn't, say my company sold this book, I might actually just take a photo of the inside of the book and like a page that I'm reading or an article, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is really good. Or I might have it on my lap and I've got my phone on top, for example, and it might hide it a little bit. So people go, oh my God, what book are you reading right now? That looks really interesting. Okay, so that's really important. Number 2, make sure that your social media, make sure your social media is 80% life, 20% business. Please do not make your social media just an online catalog of your products and your business. If you are not big on posting to social media, that's okay. We can get you there. We can help you. But make sure that if you're being tagged in a lot of company stuff, that you're filling your newsfeed with other things. Because what you don't want is people to go to your page and go, oh, well, that's all she offers. All she's offering me is this product, this product, this product, this product. Oh, she's just selling. She's just doing that thing. Make sure you're putting out there stuff about your life. Okay, whatever that might be. What you love, what you're passionate about, share that. Because that comes across in such a genuine way that people will buy into what you're doing. They'll follow you for that. It's more important that people are following you for what you love and why you do something over what you're doing. I know people love like following my mum journey, for example, like how I struggle being a mum. I struggle with very simple mum things, and I share that, and I know I can relate to a lot of my friends who are going through the same thing. So they'll follow those stories. I know that people will follow my Instagram stories daily to hear about the things that the kids are up to, or hear about what's going on in life, or when I share about postnatal depression. When I'm open talking about that, people will share. I did a video last night of one of my fish that's definitely dying, but won't give up. Like he's been spinning for like a week. The number of Instagram messages I woke up to this morning of like, oh, that's this. You need to go do this. Like people were just giving me advice. I'm like, I just want to flush it down the toilet. I'm going to be really honest. But it's not my fish. It's my husband's. And I'm trying to prove a point that they're the most pointless pets in the world. But because people are quite invested in what's going on and people can relate to, there's a lot of people with fish out there. There's a lot of people that know that when a fish spins around, he's probably got something wrong with his bladder, I think it is. But he just won't give up. This fish still is alive. I woke up this morning, he's still there. But it's but they're in my inbox. Oh, Luce, this is what you need to do to help fix that fish. And I'm like, oh, thanks. You know, bloody fish. How many fish have you got? and keeping that conversation going. And that, I know now, all those people that watch that, they're going to be asking me, is your fish still alive? Have you fixed him? And I'm going to be like, no, he's gone down the toilet. But I'm getting those conversations. Some of those people that have commented are people that I have not spoken to in years. And I'm like, awesome, I've got you. I've got you into a conversation. Now we'll probably move on to like, how's life right now? How's your job going? How's COVID impacting you? All from a fish. And it could lead to, oh, I lost my job. I'm just looking for something new. Oh, okay. Have you ever thought about making an income online? Well, no, not really. What's that all about? Well, let me tell you. Ta-da! So don't overthink what you post. Another live I did the other day was about jacket bloody potatoes. Because I know my network are not like salad for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I know it's not my tribe. And they know that's not me. So doing a post about jacket potato and how I just layer it with more potato went crazy. I had people messaging me the next day like, I've just put this on my jacket potato, you've got to try it. And I'm like, oh my goodness, yes, I do. The fact that that's happening means that I know people are really connecting with my story. So yeah, 80% life, 20% business. I will only post about business. I will only do a product story once a week and a biz story once a week, as in on my profile. In my stories, I just do day to day. This is just this is my life. I'll share promotions. I'll share new people joining the team, excuse me. But I'll make sure that I also fill the middle of that with life stuff. And if you don't know what to post, have a real think of who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, that's probably going to be your biggest hurdle right now. If you don't know what you love, then how are you going to inspire other people? How are you going to connect with other people? You might love playing The Sims. Do you know what? If you love playing The Sims, go connect with other people that love playing The Sims. If that's what you love, share it. Don't be afraid of who you are. If you love playing Pokemon Go in the park, go share that. Connect with people. I'm not going to lie. In the first lockdown, I got back into Pokemon Go like 4 years later from when I downloaded it. And I shared it in my stories. The number of closet Pokemon Goers that came into my inbox, I was like, girl, you don't play that too. She's like, yeah, I do. It's the only way to get me out and about because I don't have a dog. And I'm like, me too. Okay. Number 3, understand how to use your funnel. Understand your systems. So when people do slide into your DMs and you do start having those conversations, get really clear on what system you are following. And if you're brand new, you might not have a clue. So ask your upline, like, what do you do when someone comes to you? How do you have this conversation? If you can, screenshot conversations, send them to your upline and ask them for advice on where to go next. Always be a student. Don't ever be embarrassed by, oh God, I'm not going to screenshot these messages to my upline because she's going to think that I'm really rubbish. She's not. And if she does, go find another upline because that person doesn't deserve you. If they're a true support and mentor, they will go, hey, that is such an awesome message. Try tweaking this. See how you get a response if you just tweak that. Or this is what I'll say next. Or this is what you need to do. Okay, whatever your process is. My process, for example, I'm going to talk about if someone wants to come into the business because I'm very business building focused. Someone comes to me and says, hey, Luce, what is it that you do? And I'm like, oh, well, what have you seen? What do you know? And they'll go, I literally know nothing, but you just work from home and you'll work around your kids. And I have kids and I want to work from home and I want to go back to work. I'm like, okay, sweet. When are you supposed to go back to work? Having those conversations. For me, it's having conversations, understanding who that person is, if I obviously don't know them already. Then I share a little bit about my story. I share a little bit about my company. Do you want to hear more? Yes. If I've got a live opportunity call coming up in the next 24 hours, I'll get them on that live opportunity call. If I don't, I send them a recording. Send them the recording, ask them if they will have any more questions. I also put them into a opportunity Facebook group, which is like my funnel. I add them into that opportunity group. Number one, because I want them in there for if they turn around and say, oh, nah, it's not really me for me right now. That's okay. They're in that group and they're going to be seeing all the people's promotions. They're going to be seeing all of our weekly videos. They might in 3 or 4 months time go, actually, I just happened to scroll through Facebook and you were doing a live with someone and I really resonated with their story. I know we spoke about this 4 months ago. Can we have this conversation again? I'm really interested in the business. Because not every seed you plant, you're going to reap straight away. So I'm really passionate on having a group where you keep people in and keep them interested. Don't put them in a group and then not post that group for months. That's just a complete waste of your time. Have a funnel of some sort. I know some people don't like Facebook. They want to use something else. You know, there's WhatsApp groups you can use, broadcast lists to people that were interested, or there's loads of things. You work out what's best for you. For me, most of my market's on Facebook, so that's where I'm staying. Okay. Don't just send them the link. Oh, can I see where you? Yeah, here's my website link. Because every company that I've ever seen, the website links are just so clunky. The corporate websites are so ugly. And people will just look at it and go, oh my God, you do what? How many products? Well, where do I start? And oh my God, where do... Talk to them through it. Get them on get them watching an opportunity call. And if you don't have an opportunity call, guess what? Go film one. Don't wait on someone to create an opportunity call for you. Maybe your upline's giving you an opportunity call and you hate it. You think it's absolute rubbish. It doesn't suit your network. Go make your own. You don't have to be a certain level to record your own. You can record your story if you're 1 day into the business. Why did you join this company? Because blah. You go do that. It's your responsibility to grow your business. So that's what you want to do. When you've gone through all those, then get on like a Zoom call or get in a messenger chat or get on the phone or get on a WhatsApp chat or something with your upline or with that person and really solidify why they're interested. Really solidify and answer all their questions. The last thing you want to be doing is sending the link. You want to be sending the link at the end for them to join. You want to do everything else before, unless you're with a company that actually has like a real spangly, flashy website and it's all personalized and all that kind of stuff. I haven't seen one before, but there probably is a company out there that does it. That's what you want to do. So really understand your funnel and understand the process of when someone does slide into your inbox, you don't go, oh dear, someone's just asked me a question and I've just verbally vomited all over them. I've just sent them 5 paragraphs and they just sent me, what do you do? Okay. Number 4, get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone and show your face. People want to come to Facebook to see your face. Shock. They want to see your face. They don't want to see your hands or someone Pinterest's picture. Do you know what I mean? It's not hard to take photos of yourself. If you don't like taking photos of yourself, use a filter. That's what Snapchat filters are for. If you don't like taking photos of yourself, then take a photo from far away. And I can hear some of you going, well, I don't have anyone to take photos of me. Nor do I. I'm at home by myself all the time with a toddler and a 1-year-old. If I gave my toddler my phone to take photos of me, there would literally be photos of the floor and her. Get a tripod or find somewhere to prop up your phone, whack it on video and go sit down and pose. And then when you're done, go back to your video, screenshot your video on pictures that you like and use those. If you don't like close-up ones of you, use far away ones of you. But using you makes such an impact. It's like when anyone ever, most cameras have a timer too. I like doing videos so I don't have to keep getting up and down. I'm a bit lazy. I just like sitting on the sofa and doing no, I don't really do that, but you guys get the picture. Like when I had to get a family photo for Christmas, lordy. That video was like 5 minutes long trying to get these kids to sit down and sit still, and we just got one. But getting out of your comfort zone, I know it's difficult. If anyone in my team comes to me and says, oh my God, my products have arrived, I'm like, great, do a selfie with your products. Oh, I don't want to do a selfie. Well, how do they know that that's you with your products? I have posted a picture of one of the products that I used. I posted a picture and it was one of my uplines pictures. And she's very like boho. She's got beautiful rings, crystals. And that's not, clearly my hands don't have that. My short, stubby, childlike hands. So when I posted that picture, I was like, people are going to know that's not me. And I've just gone, I've just taken this morning and I feel amazing. I had taken it, but I just didn't take 2 seconds to go and take a photo myself. I just thought, oh, I'll just use someone else's photo. And people are going to go, no, she didn't take that. That's not her. That is not her hand. That's not her. And what's that going to do? I'm going to lose credibility straight away. Number 5, invest in your story. Invest in your story. When I'm talking about invest in your story, I mean invest in the products that you represent. I get that sometimes people have got the financial block of when they join a company, but know that if you've invested even in one product for yourself, use it. The people who don't get a story with the product that they represent are usually the people that leave it in the bottle. Use it, showcase it. I've just started taking this today. This is my first day. I'm taking it because of this. I'm really excited to keep you posted on how it works. And keep people posted on how it works. Don't get abducted by aliens for 5 weeks. And then you come back in week 6 because you're like, oh shit, I haven't got anywhere in my business. No one's coming to me. No one's coming into my inbox. Wow. Well, have you shown up for the last 6 weeks? No, you just got abducted by aliens and posted nothing. How do people know what you're up to? People go, oh yeah, she's doing that thing. Cool, I'm going to watch her. Oh yeah, she's disappeared. She's probably given up already. So invest in yourself and invest the time in developing your story. And that can be your story in anything. If it's in business, invest the time in personal development. Invest the time in trainings. Invest the time in creating connections. Invest the time in learning how to use social media and share that with people. You'll never know what people like. For example, if you share on an Instagram or Facebook story that you're on this live right now, share a takeaway you've got from it, because you never know who's watching going, oh my God, I'd love to work for a company that gives me social media training. And you can go, oh, wow, I just follow this girl and she just does these things every Monday. You should check it out. You never know where those conversations are going to lead to. And number 6, the language that you use. Understand the language you use. I am very, hey babe, hey girl, hey sister, hey honey. That is me. If you do not talk like that in real life, do not type that on your Facebook. I've seen people do it. I've seen people copy and paste my posts and they're like, calling all social media queens, blah, 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 slay this, slay that. And I'm like, that's not how you speak. Why are you doing that? Like, come on. People are going to go, who took over her Facebook? Or where did she copy and paste that from? Okay. I use the classic example when I was with my previous company. A guy copied my pregnancy post on, I was taking some products that were helping my pregnancy. And I was talking about how I was not like a crazy psycho, basically. It was helping me stay quite calm during my pregnancy. And he copied and posted my post word for word. This guy was like, I'm so grateful for taking these products. They've helped me stay really chilled during my pregnancy. And someone sent it to me and they were like, Luce, I think someone has copied and pasted your message. And I went to his page and I thought, oh, sweetheart. Oh, babe, come on. And I commented and I said, how's your pregnancy going? And he messaged me. He's like, I hope you don't mind I shared your post. I said, I wouldn't have minded at all, but you sound ridiculous. You could have put at the top, a review from someone in my company. But instead, you just did it as if it was you. I mean, I don't know what planet I've been living on in a while, but I'm pretty sure guys can't get pregnant. The same goes for, let's say, for example, my mum. Say my mum joined my team, okay? My mum does not go, hey girl, hi, what up? She doesn't look for social media queens. So she would probably post something in, you know, for example, I don't really know what my mum would post. She's not in my business, but she might be doing, you know, is anybody else got empty nest syndrome and want to connect with some people? I'm looking to connect. And she'd probably write a full, nicely worded, perfectly spelled, perfectly grammatically correct paragraph on her business, because my mum is very good at that. I am not. Mine is spelling mistakes, grammatical mistakes, like you are. Yeah, I can never get it right. I don't care, because I'm not out there to go and find the people who are perfect. I am totally not perfect. But understand what language you're using. And understand as well, when you are using your language, is it a positive language? Don't be that person on social media. Right now, the number of people I've unfollowed since Boris put us in another lockdown, because I am sick and tired of watching people whinge, because they're whinging about the same thing over and over again. This is not Moanbook. This is Facebook. Okay? I get that sometimes you want to have a little rant. Go have a little rant. I do. I have a Boris rant now and then. I have a rant about staying home with kids. I share my struggles, but I don't share negative. I just go, you know what, today sucks, but tomorrow's a new day. Or, but I've done this. Okay, so really be aware of the language that you're using. Is it persuasive language? You know, let's go back to comprehension when we're at school. Is it persuasive? Are you using words that people are going to get into? Now, don't use hypey words. Like, you know what I mean? Like the MLM hypey stuff. Like people just putting constantly, my business is blowing up. Oh my God, my business is so amazing. My business is so amazing. You need to join my team. Oh my God, we're having such major success. But you literally haven't posted about anything to do with your business for the last month. Like when people do a post and all of a sudden they're like, they've just joined this company, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh my God, my business is blowing up. I'm like, really? I haven't seen you share about anything. How is it blowing up? I mean, has it crumbled? Like in your stories, are you sharing that you're on Zooms all the time? Like yesterday I had 11 hours of Zooms. To be fair, I cancelled 4 hours of them because I was like, ah. And I was honest. And in my stories, I'm like, damn, I've got 11 hours of Zooms today. That'd probably scare some people off. But I was like, I want to show you how busy I am right now. Because I am someone who's like, damn, business is going crazy right now. But like, I can't be going, oh my God, business is going crazy. And then the next day go, oh, I've just finished 12 hours of Netflix. I've just smashed through Bridgerton. I say Bigerton, and I know that's not the right word and I can never pronounce it right. But you know what I mean? Make sure that your language is connected to your actions. Okay? And understand that this journey takes time and consistency. No one is ever an overnight success. No one. Even Kim Kardashian wasn't an overnight success. You know, she gave up a lot to be where she is. And she works on it all the time. No one wakes up, no one is born with 1 million followers on Instagram. No one is born with the most perfect content. Everybody starts from zero, and it's the same in your company. Everybody starts from zero. You can't get handed this type of business. You have to work for it. So understand that your chapter 1 does not need to look like someone's chapter 72. Just stick with your chapter 1 and grow that story. Thank you guys so much for logging on. I'm sorry it went over a little bit longer than normal 20 minutes, but hopefully this helped. Hopefully you got some gold from it. And I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you all. And if you have anybody in your team who you think might get some value out of these kinds of trainings, please add them to my Facebook group, Coffee with Your Social Media Upline. It's there, open for anybody to be part of. I've streamed this live on Instagram. It will go on my Instagram TV. Feel free to share the Instagram TV in your stories if you found it useful. Just wait 7 hours for Instagram to actually upload it because it's so slow. Have a blessed Monday. Have an awesome day, guys. I hope you're all safe. I hope you're all well, and we'll catch up with you guys all soon.